Now I know how my high school teachers felt when nobody wanted to sit up front here. There you go, thank you. All right. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Memorial Towers. My name is T. Daniel Kalubi. I'm a project leader with National Church Residences, and I've got the privilege of kicking us off today. So I'll keep this short because we've got a great group of speakers and a special performance, and more importantly, refreshments at the end. And I'd also like to thank everybody who recommended that we do this event inside. I don't know what we were thinking. We wanted to do it outside, but thank you for overruling us. So I've worked on Memorial Towers for the last few years, and there were plenty of moments when the phrase, "oh, it'll be easy," disappeared from our meetings. This building threw us a lot of challenges. But we made it because a lot of people kept working towards the same goal. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank our residents. Renovating an occupied building is never easy, but your patience and flexibility and trust made today possible. I also want to recognize our site team, Alexia, Armando, Jennifer, and Maria. They've been on the ground every day, caring for our residents while navigating construction, which, like I said, is not easy. Armando has been here for 4 years and brings invaluable knowledge of the building and the community, while Alexia, Jennifer, and Maria have brought fresh energy in the recent months. So thank you to the site staff here at Memorial. So we can give them a round of applause. So the development team, we may get the microphone today, but the site team did a lot of the hard work when nobody was taking pictures. So here, I'd also like to recognize Emil Marchena, the VP of Property Management. Emil, if you can stand up. There he is in the back. He's our VP of Property Management. We've got Tara Ashenbranch. She's our Senior Vice President, Chief Human Resource Officer. There's Tara. We've also got Rachel Least from our HR office. You can stand up. And then locally, we've got Gustavo Lopez. He's our RVP, and Lynetta Bowen. So Lynetta and Gustavo, if you guys can stand up. So congratulations to everyone who got us here. I'm grateful to have played you need me to speak louder? I'm grateful to have played a small part in this renovation, and I'm just very proud of what this team has accomplished. And now, to start, we're going to have an invocation by Pastor Othel Timothy Newble III. He is the pastor at Great New Zion Missionary Baptist Church, and he will be giving us our invocation.
Bless you. He gave my entire government name, like I'm in trouble. I understand, same at our church, they fill in from the back and come to the front. And also down south where my mother's from in Mississippi, if you sat on the front row, you was on the mourner's bench. And they was praying for your soul. Amen. We're going to do a quick invocation, and then we're going to move out your way. Dear God, our Father in heaven, we come to give you glory and to give you honor, to thank you for this day, for this moment that many have been waiting for. The names that have and the positions have already been spoken, but we thank you for those that birthed the idea, and then those that took the idea and made it come to fruition. It is here now. All the hard work from the designing to working with those that live here in this place, but now it is new, now it is refreshing. And so we pray for the residents here as well, that they will find community and family, that they will find friends, they will find safety and security. And then most of all, Father God, we just pray that they will find a place, that this place is where you want them to be. So we thank you again for those that have traveled near and far. And we just ask blessing upon everyone, whether they're government officials or private sector, or whoever participated in this. We thank you for the moment, the energy, and the effort in which they've put in. We give you all this glory on this particular day. In your son Jesus' name I will forever pray. Amen, and God bless you.
All right. Thank you for that, Pastor Newbo. Now I'd like to invite Matt Rule. He's our Senior Vice President of Housing Development and Asset Management with National Church Residences. Matt, take it away.
Thank you, Tina. Appreciate it. Well, welcome. Chaplain, I think you said it best. This is intended to be, and we're excited to celebrate this as a place of community. So it is really exciting to be with you to celebrate this milestone as a community. As T-Dan said, my name is Matt Rule. I'm Senior Vice President of Development at National Church Residences. And I've been given a few things I'm supposed to cover this morning. So I'm supposed to do it all in 4 minutes. I'm going to tell you right now I'm going to go over 4 minutes, but I'll try not to go over too much, all right? So I'm just to cover a little bit about National Church Residences and who we are. I want to share a big heartfelt thank you to our partners. And then I want to share with you why senior housing means so much to National Church Residences. So National Church Residences, we're a 60-year-old faith-based nonprofit organization. And throughout those 60 years, our journey has always been about how to serve seniors, how to serve them with dignified housing, how to serve them with holistic services, how to serve them and provide community for them. We started 60 years ago with a small community just south of Columbus, Ohio, where we were serving some seniors that were members of a local congregation and needed affordable housing. They needed a community to age in, they needed a place where their needs could be met, and there was nothing there, and the reverend at the time said, we can do more. He mortgaged his own home, he bought a small community, and he filled it with seniors. And we've been blessed over the last 60 years from the really humble beginnings. National Church Residences now has over 300 senior communities in 23 different states. And it's a really a blessing, but it's an incredible responsibility. Every night, 25,000 seniors will sleep under our roofs across the country. And at National Church Residences, we want to do more. So in addition to those 25,000 seniors that sleep with us each night, we serve about an additional 50,000 seniors out in the community. That may be through our hospice services, home care services, service coordination activities. But our board has set a really big goal for us, and they said, go serve 100,000 seniors by 2030. So that's the journey we're on as an organization. But what's really important to us is that the seniors we touch are transformed, their homes are transformed, their lives are transformed. So here in Phoenix, where we own 7 different communities and serve over 400 seniors, Memorial Towers is really important to us. It was a dated community, it was a tired community, but it really provided an important place for the seniors that called it home. So we started on this journey about 3 years ago. We were able to, through the help of all the partners you're going to hear from today, raise enough money to put about $15 million into this building over the past 18 months, providing new counters, appliances, ceiling fans, flooring, the beautiful furniture that you have here today. And hopefully, we've helped to create a space where we encourage and continue to foster that community among our residents. But we recognize that when we step into a community at National Church Residences and start this renovation process, the biggest challenge, right, the biggest lift is not done by us, or candidly even by the partners up here that you're going to hear from today. It's done by the residents that are with us today, because we're coming into your home, we're disrupting your lives, we're asking for your grace, then we're asking you for your forgiveness, and then we're asking for more grace, and then we're still there the next day, and that goes on for a long time. So I just want to pause and say thank you to all the residents that have worked with us over the last few years. So if you're a resident here, can you stand up and just let us give you a round of applause? We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for your patience with us, and thank you for your partnership with us on this journey. We really appreciate you. I'm going to list through a name of partners that help make this happen. You're going to hear from several of them today. But I just want to say at National Church Residences, we recognize that we just play a small role in these renovations. And we're really fortunate to have wonderful partners walk it out alongside of us. The Arizona Department of Housing provided the necessary tax credits to allow this to move forward, and we're extraordinarily grateful for you trusting us with that scarce resource. Thank you. The Phoenix Department of Housing stood alongside us. The Phoenix Industrial Development Authority helped us with the bond issuance here. A few different finance partners, Churchill Stateside and Lumet, stepped alongside to provide the mortgages on this property that enabled a lot of the renovation work to go forward. And then our longtime equity partner, National Equity Fund, stepped forward and purchased those tax credits. So it was a lot of partners came to the table to provide the money to do all this work. But we can't do really anything with that money unless we have a really talented architectural team to design the renovation and a contractor that'll walk this journey out with us. So we're really grateful for Berardi Partners, the architectural team that has been working on this project, probably since starting 4 years ago or so. And then Icon Builders, who just stepped up and did a wonderful job of navigating a really challenging construction site. Thank you for your partnership on this journey. We appreciate you. All right, I'm just going to end on this. I want to we're going to hear a lot today about affordable housing, and I just want to tell you about not only why affordable housing is important, but why we at National Church Residences find senior housing as important. It's a really important part of this story. I had a mentor once tell me, if you don't tell a decent story, no one's going to remember a word you said. So I'll tell you a really quick story, okay? That's all that I'm asking you to remember. It's about really why senior-specific housing is really important. I just celebrated last weekend my dad's 80th birthday. It was a lot of fun, for me anyway. He's got 7 kids and 27 grandkids, so I don't know how much it was fun. I know it was a lot of chaos for him, but I think he enjoyed himself. But my dad went through a really interesting part of his journey 5 years ago when he had a health crisis and a health event. He went into the hospital. He was there in the ICU unit for about 3 months. He had sepsis in his body, and he had a walker. He needed help with some services. He had a home health aide come to his house after that. And what we realized in that journey as a family, right, and what I experienced and walk out in my 20 years in the housing industry is the uniqueness of senior housing. He came home to a ranch home where he had raised me and my 6 siblings and lived for 40 plus years. But that ranch home wasn't appropriate for my dad. He couldn't get his walker down the hallway. So we had to cut a hole from the living room to his bedroom so he could walk straight from the living room into his bedroom. The bathroom didn't work anymore, right? The bathtub was great for the 7 kids, but it wasn't so great for him in his condition. So we had to put grab bars in, right? And we had to do a tub cutout so that my dad could get into the shower a little easier and navigate his way around the bathroom. We had to be really proactive, putting ramps in the front of the house so that he could navigate his way up safely. And then we really had to be intentional about making his house welcoming for the community because he couldn't get out as much anymore. So that looked like scheduling events for my dad, inviting his neighbors in. And at National Church Residences, we hope and what we strive to do is provide housing that's appropriate for older adults and allows you to have a really dignified experience as you age. And it allows you to stay in community as you age. So thank you for bearing with us as we walked out this journey together, as we redid the community room, as we were in your units installing grab bars and changing out the flooring and doing all the things. We appreciate you, and it is our hope and our desire that you will find this is an age-friendly place for you in the years to come. So thank you very much. With that, I completely blew away the 5 minutes. My apologies, but I warned everyone. I'm really excited to introduce our next teacher. Keisha Hodge is the Vice Mayor of Phoenix and has kindly carved out some time to celebrate with us today. So if you'll welcome Keisha, we'd appreciate it.
I will do my best to redeem some of the time for you guys. But I definitely feel like Ryan's enthusiasm about this project is infectious. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Vice Mayor Keisha Hodge Washington, and I am beyond happy to be here with you today to celebrate the grand reopening of the Memorial Towers housing community. The City of Phoenix is proud to be a part of this important project, which brings new life to the Memorial Towers apartment, a community where many call home. Memorial Towers, as many of you know, provides 153 units to one of Phoenix's most vulnerable population, low-income seniors. These units will be affordable to seniors who need stable and service-rich housing. For the seniors who lived here, I heard the woos. I heard someone say they love it here. There are recreation spaces, community rooms, an exercise room, an on-site service coordinator. These amenities will assist you in staying engaged mentally and physically, as well as with each other. But to me, this project represents 4 things that I feel very valuable. 1, housing, of course. We recognize that that is one of your basic needs. 2, we respect and honor our senior population. 3, it is only possible because of partnerships that we get here. And then 4, it is part of community. This is part of its neighboring, as you know, to the city's affordable housing community, Marco de Niza. Marco de Niza is across the street, on the opposite side of Harmon Park. And as a city, we are coordinating a choice neighborhood community planning process in this area, which includes Memorial Towers, which continues to make National Church residences a vital partner in the planning process. The National Church residences have been a regular participant in the Community Advisory Committee, which serves as a sounding board through each stage of the planning purpose. Input from everyone, including the advisory committee, will help guide our direction as a city as to what is next for the final neighborhood transformation plan. Like, this is still part of the process. We are investing in your community. You're on the early end of it, but you will see the benefits. This transformation plan will help provide a strategic roadmap for redeveloping this community, including the Marcos de Niza apartments. It will help guide future investments into the neighborhood. So this is not a one and done for the city. And it will help shape services and programming identified by the residents who live in this community. I want to say thank you again to National Church residents for your participation in this process. Not only have you completed this transformation of Memorial Towers, you are helping us to transform the surrounding neighborhood as well. With the Choice Neighborhood Planning Grant, which will conclude this spring, the City of Phoenix is excited to continue collaboration to revitalize this area as we move from planning to implementation. I know I'm the next step before you get to see the dance talent that is here at Memorial Towers. So I will end by just saying thank you to each and every one of you for all of the work you've done in helping us to provide affordable housing to Phoenix residents. And congratulations on the grand opening of Memorial Towers.
So once again, thank you to the Vice Mayor. And I do have to say, so when we started this process, I called the Vice Mayor's office, because she actually also represents this district, and her staff was along with us every step of the way, asking us for updates. So I want to thank you for the work that your staff did. So is anybody from your staff here today?
Yes, Karina.
Okay. So yeah, thank you so much to your office. You guys were really, really helpful throughout that. So as we kind of buried the lead a little bit there with the fan dance, but yes, what Matt said was really critical about our mission. And part of our mission, as you heard, is to serve older adults with dignity, create connections that enrich lives, and celebrate the joy of living. And I can't think of anything that celebrates the joy of living more than this traditional Chinese fan dance. And these are residents that live here in Memorial Towers. They use this space to practice. They've performed a lot of other places. And I know this is why everybody's really here today anyway. So with that, I'd like to invite the fan dancers.
Is it okay? Really make it.
Scoot this way.
Thank you. Thank you. 三排，三排，三排，三排，三排，这个太小了。完了。再过去，他那个这样过去，再过去，这样过去。Thank you, thank you. 他那个门，他那个
这么晚了，你俩想个办法，打电话叫。
I have people on the since 2000, but this is non-negotiable. Eat hydration.
再过去。两个人就是快太凉了。你过来跟你两个碰一下，你两个放这里可以。谁？钟姐跟他换一下，换这个，你站前面去，你站前面去。你两个对放一下，你不要站那么近，不要站那么近，不要站那么近。哎，不是这摆好。
All right, let's give one more round of applause to the band dancers. That's a tough act to follow, but we're going to try. So we're going to hear from a lot of folks today, but there are a few folks who are here. I didn't see everybody, but that I'd like to quickly recognize. Desert Skies. I don't know if anybody from Desert Skies made it. Desert Skies, they were our energy consultant, but they helped us to make sure that we have a 15% reduction in energy consumption for this community. So that's really big, so thank you to Desert Skies. Adam Morgan was our consultant here in Arizona. The Phoenix Public Library. I didn't see, is Keith here? Oh, Keith, Phoenix Public Library. The Chinese Senior Center and Phoenix Revitalization Corporation. Is anybody from the Phoenix Revitalization Corporation here? But they played a really incredible role in the public participation process that we had to go through for the city funds. So I just want to make sure I thank them. ADOH, the point person that I worked with, Catriona Garcia, I don't know if she's here, but I'd like to thank her. And then on the City of Phoenix side, I worked really closely with Gloria Hutcher and Courtney Anderson. So Courtney's here. I don't know if Gloria is here, but just real quick thank you. You're not going to hear from those folks, but thank you to all those individuals. All right, next, perfect segue. We're going to hear from the Arizona Department of Housing. As Matt said, this project doesn't happen unless we get the tax credits, and your leadership in the affordable housing front is super important. So I'd like to welcome Ruby Dillon Williams. She's the director of the Arizona Department of Housing. Ms. Williams.
I was nervous that I was going to have to go over the dance after the dance group, but in my spare time, I'm a jazzercise instructor, so I could, bust some moves out, and we can grapevine around as well. But they were fabulous. I enjoyed that very much. So it's my honor to be here today on behalf of the state's Department of Housing and our governor, Katie Hobbs. I'm very excited to be showcasing the work that happens utilizing the low-income housing tax credit program. Our governor was very poignant in her State of the State last January in saying that housing affordability is a priority in her administration, and I am so grateful that we have the tools that we need to effectuate these housing programs. Now, I have been involved with the Arizona Department of Housing for over 16 years, either as an external partner, a developer, or leading the agency as the director, and I know what it takes to put projects like this together, competing for tax credits or applying for 4% tax credits. It's very challenging to figure out how a capital stack works. If you think of a layer cake, you need to find all of those layers that need to come together with all of the partners. So I really appreciate the partnership we have with the city. Thank you, Vice Mayor and Titus and city staff. We have such a great relationship. And then even with our investment community, NEF, and all of the other investors, thank you so much for the work that you do, because you make the Department of Housing look good with showcasing work like this. And the last thing I will say is I often get approached to talk about projects because I used to be a developer, and it's always new construction. So we see dirt and then we see a housing community. But acquisition, rehab, and preservation is so essential to the work that we do so that seniors can have a dignified place to age and to have the community that they need. So thank you for doing and making a priority the AC rehab work as well. It is very challenging and very respectful and honorable, the work that you do. So thank you, congratulations, and welcome home.
All right. Our next speaker is Titus Matthew. He's the director of the Phoenix Housing Department. And under Titus' leadership, the city continues to invest in this neighborhood, like you've heard, including $1 million in home funds for Memorial Towers and for their broader choice neighborhood effort. And I want to give a quick shout out to the Marcos Deniza Grant Park Advisory Committee. If anybody's there from the advisory committee, just raise your hand. We get on a call once a month, and I know more about this neighborhood than where I live personally, just because those calls are so interesting. So I'd like to thank the city again, and thank you for your leadership. Titus.
Good afternoon, and on behalf of City of Phoenix Housing Department, thank you for inviting us this afternoon. Great opportunity to come here and speak and see the work that's happened in this facility. It's a great community room, and I know where to come and engage if I need a space, for a meeting space, to come here, right? So thank you very much. The City of Phoenix Housing Department and National Church Residences align mission statements closely, both dedicated to delivering quality housing for their communities. We are thrilled to collaborate with them on this project to further that mission. The city provided, as Daniel said, and also included 11 set-aside units, housing units for low-income seniors at the 40% AMI and below. Prices and rental market has skyrocketed. So to have seniors live in a nice, made it very clear that the City of Phoenix has a Housing Phoenix plan, and our goal is to ensure we have homeownership, rental housing, as well as facilities like this to preserve and rehab on an ongoing basis. So that's the mission of what we do, and we want to make sure our seniors remain housed and safely too. With their extensive ownership experiences in managing affordable housing properties, National Church Residences has been a valuable partner in the Choice Neighborhoods community planning process. As Daniel mentioned, he's been on the calls and meetings with our staff, and that's another project that I'm hoping to accomplish the next few years. We're going through the planning process. Under Angela Duncan and Courtney Anderson lead that project. And we have a lot of housing staff here today, so I want to give kudos to all of them. I also want to recognize Aubrey Gonzalez, who's our Assistant Housing Director back there. And it takes a village to get this done. It takes the community. I also want to thank the leadership of our Mayor and Council, especially Vice Mayor, because this is her district, and she's been very supportive of us, and me in particular, in terms of the Housing Department, to ensure that we get our fair share. And as you're aware, if you're not aware, this council also passed the Housing Trust Fund recently, which is going to help us continue with the operations we want to do in Phoenix. So that's what we're looking forward to. And so if you want to know when that's going to happen or further discussions, it's going to be most likely in October of this year. We're going back to council to talk about what we're going to do with the Housing Trust Fund. To end, I'd like to thank all our project managers, and Gloria especially, who's managing this project. I also want to thank our partners, ADOH, the Phoenix IDA, and NEF, and our construction contractors, and all the partners around the table today, because it takes a lot of people, as Ruby mentioned, a lot of capital stacks, as well as like-minded skills and mentality to get this done. So thank you very much. I also want to thank all the seniors for indulging the entities to come into their homes and get it rehab, because I know how feisty seniors can get, because I've had a few I had to deal with recently. But so thank you very much, and have a great day, and congratulations once again.
All right. Thank you, Titus. Next, I'd like to bring up Mike Santillanes. And he's actually the very first person that I talked to when my boss, Tracy, handed this project to me many years ago. Mike, he'll tell you how long ago that was. But Mike is the Deputy CEO of the Phoenix Industrial Development Authority, our bond issuer. And I'd like to thank them also for their sponsorship of this event. They were our bond issuer, but they're also a sponsor in this event. So when this is all said and done, the residents are going to get games and other things for the community room thanks to the Phoenix IDA. So thank you for that. Mike.
Thank you, Tito. I just got a chance to say hi. Hello, Vice Mayor. Thank you, T-Dan. That was a very nice introduction. Welcome to everybody. Beautiful, beautiful job that's been done here. So I'm just very, very impressed by it, and I think everybody who's living here or who will be living here at some point should be very happy with what's happening or what has happened here. On behalf of the Phoenix IDA, I'm honored to join you in celebrating this grand reopening of Memorial Towers and this important investment in affordable housing in our community. Today is really a lot more. It's just more than celebrating the renovation of a building. We're talking about celebrating, preserving safe, quality, and affordable homes for seniors and ensuring that longtime residents can continue to live with stability, dignity, and connection to their community. Affordable housing is very, very important to the Phoenix IDA mission, which is in essence to provide access to funding to benefit underserved communities. We know that as housing costs continue to rise, seniors living on fixed incomes are among those who can easily be priced out and are very vulnerable in that regard, and especially being priced out of the communities which they call home. That's why preserving existing affordable housing is just as important as creating new affordable housing, which is something that we do a lot in conjunction with the City of Phoenix Housing Department and the good folks at the Phoenix City Council. We have everybody's support on that, so we very much appreciate you for that. And then, of course, Ruby with ADO's involvement in just about every project that we finance. So thank you for that as well. The Phoenix IDA is proud to have supported Memorial Towers by providing the bond financing that helped make the rehabilitation in this community possible. This endeavor, I will say, is an excellent example of what public purpose finance is designed to do, which is to bring together public and private resources and advance projects that deliver meaningful, lasting benefits for residents and communities. We look forward to continuing our work with partners throughout the City of Phoenix and in the private and the public sector, and to expand and preserve affordable housing to create stronger communities. I would also like to mention and thank Mr. Frank Enriquez, who's with the Phoenix IDA. He really was the frontliner. Yes, T-Dan mentioned when we first spoke, if you can believe this is how much patience and support there is. We spoke in May of 2022, so over 4 years ago is when we started the conversation, and here we are today. That's common for housing projects, affordable housing projects, but it's more a testament really to folks like Frank, who's a frontliner for the Phoenix IDA, working with the folks that are all involved in these types of projects. So congratulations to everybody who was involved in making today possible, and thank you.
Thank you, Mike. And just on the personal side, so yes, we started 2 years ago, and in that span, or 4 years ago, in that span, I've had 2 kids. So all I've known is Memorial Towers and 2 kids. So the next part of our speakers, what we do, the finance side is one side of it, and you're going to hear from those folks. But at the end of the day, you got to have a good design, and you've got to have a contractor that can deliver. So before we do that, I want to recognize the National Church Residences members here from our construction team. So Jason Golden, if you can stand. He's in the back. John Holloway. John's also back there. Kelly Caruso, she's back in Columbus. She wasn't able to be with us today. And also Matt Marshall. Here you can stand. These are the folks that take what's a concept on paper and make it a vision. So everything from the details to the trim, the flooring, all of that, that's their team that does that to make sure that the buildings are safe for our seniors and that they're good looking. And I think that they're pretty good looking. So next, I want to have Stephen Ramage from Berardi Partners come up, and he took a complicated scope and he turned it into a set of plans that was permitted by the city of Phoenix. And I just want to ask Stephen to come up and say a few words. All right, thanks.
Hello, everyone. I'm Stephen Ramage with Berardi Partners Architects, involved in this project. Our firm has had a long partnership with National Church Residents. Ultimately, the reason comes down to we share the same mission and goals, which have already been talked about. At our firm, we are driven by a deep passion for the communities we serve, and National Church Residents also shares that commitment to making a positive impact. Our partnership, nurtured over the years, is the foundation of our success and pride. And Memorial Towers is a perfect example of that. Over 20 years ago, we were actually engaged to come up with a design to connect these 2 existing towers. And we're gathered in that space right now. And now we have the opportunity to successfully bring new life back into the community. And I personally couldn't be prouder of the result. Couldn't do it without all the people that T-Dan had already mentioned. On the architecture side, I'd like to thank Morgan Detweiler, who wasn't able to make it, and also our consultant architects, local firm, Triarch, John Hanna and Kevin Connor. Thank you so much. They were our boots in the field here. So we are based out of Columbus, Ohio. So while I would love to have been here as often as they were, was not able to do that. Ultimately, you know, while we can stand here today and be proud of the completion of this project, we know that our work isn't done. There is a big need for senior housing, especially affordable, and we will continue to ensure that the work contributes to a better future of all the communities we serve. Thank you so much.
All right, next, our residents are familiar with these folks. I'd like to bring up Brad Wright. He's the president of Icon Builders, and their team had the fun job of renovating this building while everybody was still living here. So, Brad, take it away.
First of all, it's been said many times, but thank you to everyone that made this happen. It's a long process, tiring process, and it just can't be done without full commitment to getting a project like this done. I'd like to stand up quickly. They gave their heart and soul to this. Thank you. Here they are. And the partnership with National Church Residences has been a blessing to us in so many ways, but mainly because of the relationships and the shared vision we have for affordable housing. So thank you to National Church Residents. Thank you. I would like to say that over the last 30 years, Icon Builders, led by Mr. Kelly Sands, has been a part of so many different community revitalizations. And every single time, it's a breath of fresh air. Every single time. And the reason because that is because we get to enjoy people from all backgrounds and all cultures come together and have a safe and secure environment which they can thrive. Not just live, but which they can thrive. And I believe that Memorial Towers has created that and will continue to create that for years. So on behalf of Icon Builders, I'm sure we'll see a lot of each other throughout the years, but enjoy your home and please make the most out of it. So thank you.
All right, so our last several slate of speakers. We obviously can't build anything if we don't have the financing. So we're going to talk about the money side now. And before we do that, I'd like to recognize Tracy Fine. She's our Senior Director of Affordable Housing in Texas and in Arizona. So basically how it works is I'll put together a spreadsheet and Tracy will make sure that it makes sense at the end of the day, but before it goes out the door. So thank you for that. So first I'd like to bring up Sean Hilliard with NEF. Projects like Memorial Towers, require partners willing to invest in the mission. And yeah, I'd like to bring up Sean. He's the managing director there.
Thank you, T-Dan. I think if I ever moved to Phoenix, I would definitely become a fan dancer. So I might be calling you guys. Benefit to having a fan in your pocket for sure. As noted, my name is Sean Hilliard. Honored to be here on behalf of National Equity Fund, leading nonprofit, multifamily, affordable real estate investment manager, and a pioneer in affordable housing. I've had the pleasure of attending dozens of these events over the years across the country, and they all have one thing in common. It takes 2 seconds to cut a ribbon, but it takes years, like we've all been saying, to get to this point. A lot of effort. Every ceremony reflects the hard work and the dedication it took to get to this point. These buildings have stood here since 1978, I think. 64, okay. Yeah, someone should have proofread this. Something happened in 78. Not to date myself, but I was actually born in 78, so it's kind of interesting to think about a building that's happening when you're born across the country. Something that's happening in a different part of the world, or different part of the country.
It's been here before then. I was born here in 51.
Okay, great. That's awesome.
Sorry, sir. I was born at Memorial Hospital when it was right here.
Okay, excellent.
I'm 78, so that's 47.
Okay, I was born in 78. We got something in common. But yeah, so this building though is reflecting strength, in the desert here, and I'm sure everyone else believes this here today, that we all deserve a good roof over our head through all our days. And it makes me very happy to know that this renewal will represent that for all its worthy residents. So thank you. And now here we sit a mile down from downtown, a bus stop to the curb, a hospital next door, a park, a library, a senior center. Nearly 50 years, for nearly 50 years, the address has represented many folks' home. The last major renovation was in 2008. Fact check me there. Okay, good. So by the time we got here, these buildings had earned every bit of the work that they now have received from Icon and architecture team. Through the years of sacrifice, innovative thinking, and collaboration, we proudly stand here today to celebrate the rehab of 153 units. Renewal and rebirth are necessary for our continued life successes. As we meet here in the heat, the city of Phoenix and these towers are a great reminder of those requirements. Thank you to our equity investor, Freddie Mac. At NEF, we prioritize working with capital partners who share our values and our vision, and we would not be here today without our investors. Thank you as well to the state and local officials with us this afternoon, and to the community members who took the time to be here. This project was made possible by a significant team effort. Tax credits, as we heard from the Arizona Department of Housing, tax-exempt bond issues from the Phoenix Industrial Development Authority, home loan from the City of Phoenix, financing from Lumet and Churchill. And as the housing crisis rages on, it's important to see affordable housing advocates like you taking a stand to support vulnerable communities in need. And thank you to Icon and to Berardi, who did the work of turning a rehab scope into renewed livable spaces while people were living here. I mean, that's very difficult. It's not an easy coordination, although they certainly made it look easy. And of course, to our long-time partners, National Church Residences, thank you for your passion, your tenacity, and your unyielding dedication to housing for seniors. Since 1961, you've grown to more than 300 communities across 24 states and Puerto Rico. Don't fact check me on that one. It might be more. I hope it's more. It's gonna be more. With a stated goal of advancing better living for 100,000 seniors by 2030, which Matt mentioned earlier. That's a fantastic goal, and we hope to be a major part of it with you. Through years of collaboration, the NEF team has witnessed the impact you've had on senior housing firsthand. In partnership with NEF, you've led the creation of preservation of 53 developments across 12 states, totaling more than 5,100 affordable units. And that's just with our team at NEF. And we look forward to that continued partnership with you guys. And I'll add one more thing, because it's an important line item for this project. It doesn't show up in the tangible rehab, but as folks have mentioned, there's a full-time service coordinator on site, and helping residents get medical appointments, pick up prescriptions, pay bills, and get to food pantry with the month when the month runs longer than the budget. And that's a key difference between housing and a home, and one you can actively age in. So thank you all for fighting to ensure that seniors have access to homes that empower them to live independently and age in place. and while creating a sense of belonging and community for an often marginalized group. It was a team effort to get to this point, and I hope that everyone here today is proud of the work that went into Memorial Towers. Thank you all again for your stewardship and advocacy, and congratulations.
All right, next we're going to hear from Dale Giffey. He's the Director of Affordable Housing Group with Lumint. They are a mortgage lender, and Dale and I work on several projects, and we talk probably 6 days a week because, you know, there's been a couple weekends in there. So I'd like to bring Dale up. Dale?
All right, thank you, T-Dan. Yeah, 6 days a week, and sometimes, you know, maybe a little earlier or later than most when our kids are sleeping, because, you know, you had to time me. We both had 2 kids while this was all going on, so I think you were chasing me the whole time. So it's my pleasure to be here. Yeah, my name's Dale Giffey, Director with Lumint. We did the permanent financing and also the bond underwriting for this project as well, and a lot of concepting, a lot of planning. There was a second mortgage discussion. It was a lot, you know, that really scratched a lot of the deal junkie itch that I have working on these kinds of projects. But just it's amazing to be here. My office is in Columbus, Ohio, so not too far from where many of the National Church folks flew in from as well. And it's exciting to, you know, after all these years, fly out here and see the transformation that's occurred after all the hard work. And working with National Church Residences is extra personal for me. I got my start in this industry 16 years ago as an intern working with National Church in their development team. So it's allowed me to continue to support that mission and serve. You know, we're transforming a building, but we're really transforming the communities that live here today and that will live here in the future. So just blessed to be able to work with you all and all the other partners. It was certainly a team effort. So thank you to National Church, thank you to the partners, the residents, to everybody, and congratulations. Let's celebrate. Thanks.
All right, and our last speaker for today is going to be Ben Goetz. He's the Senior Vice President and Director of Originations with Churchill Stateside Group, and they provided the equity bridge financing. So they actually, you know, put a lot of money on the table in order to get this thing started. So I'd like to thank Churchill Stateside Group and bring Ben up. Ben? All right.
Okay, so the only thing that's missing from this is the golden button for the Memorial Towers Got Talent competition, because we would have just done that. Thank you so much for that. That was amazing dances. 谢谢 you know, what is it? I practiced this, right? 谢谢 you may do I can't even remember, man. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. You think I would have learned my Mandarin? But 舞蹈, beautiful dance, right? Yeah, 谢谢 you know 舞蹈. We are so grateful to have participated in this. I love Arizona. I grew up in Utah, California, Arizona. My sister lives here. I have a lot of friends here, other family that live here. And so getting the opportunity to come and work on a project in a community that I love and have ties to is important to me. And being able to see the smiling faces of the residents, you guys are so, it's such a blessing to have this as an opportunity to stay here and to have this new life. However, whenever this was built, because we don't know yet, but we're taking bets later. But look at all the iteration that has occurred and all of the stories that these walls could tell, and now it's going to tell more stories, and that's just a wonderful thing. Churchill Stateside Group, we were so happy to participate. We provided the construction financing piece, and you know, it's a tricky thing to do when we do the equity bridge loans, but we do them for projects that have stories like this to tell and great residents to house. And we're headquartered in Florida. It's known for its heat, but it doesn't compare to this. It's a dry heat, right? That's what I tell people, right? I grew up in Utah, right? I say this is dry heat. But, you know, I grew up a huge basketball fan. I still love basketball. And when I was growing up, the dream team was, I don't know if you all remember, but 1992 Olympic basketball team, 1996, Stockton, Jordan, Malone, Pippen, bunch of A-list players, right? I have been in this industry for 20 years. I've wanted to get on a dream team. This was a dream team. I so appreciate the invitation to work with National Church Residences. Ironically, I'm also living in Columbus, Ohio. We should have chartered a plane to come here. We got to come to Arizona to hang out because we don't do it in Ohio. But Michael Jordan was the GOAT of that team, and I believe we figured out the GOAT of this team was Icon, because I have been doing this for 20 years and I have yet to go to a grand opening where the residents of an in-place rehab applaud when the contractor gets up. I haven't seen that, and I want to say, wow. So, I mean, everybody else is very important, but that's impressive. Congratulations to everybody involved. Thank you to the city and to ADOH and everybody else that supported this and financed it, and grateful to be a part of it. Welcome home.
All right, so the vice mayor has another engagement, so we need to. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna land the plane right now. So thank you to everybody for being here. Real quick, I want to recognize Charles Butler. He's our longest tenured resident, and he's called Memorial Towers home for 10 years. I don't know if Charles is here, but let's just give Charles a round of applause. You know, this is really a celebration of the people who make this a community, and so thankful to have been a part of this. So we're gonna do the ribbon cutting, and then after that, we've got refreshments in the back, and we've got a tour of some of the common spaces. A few residents have opened their homes for us to be able to see the renovation. So with that, we're gonna ask all of our partners to come outside. It'll be brief. We're gonna cut the ribbon, and then we can all come back inside and enjoy